Hello everyone, this is Queen Chup Chup. So today's video is going to be about basically this is our story. This is a real life story. Can you believe that? That's going to be annoying. Your munching is going to get annoying. Okay, so this is our story that we experienced. We didn't know that I was pregnant. Yes, we didn't know I was pregnant.
I knew you were pregnant.
No, you did not. You would just mess around like, babe, I bet you're pregnant.
Alright, so basically, what went down is that we assumed we were both getting really fat. I'm just gonna say it straight out like that. And it's only because we would always go out to eat. When we both worked, we had our own apartment. All we did was like eat,
go out, or we would eat really late and then go to sleep.
Yeah, like I don't know. Supposedly they say that if you go to sleep
right after you eat,
you gain weight. So I'm just thinking, oh, it's fine. You know, we just gain a few pounds. We don't have a kid. We don't have any responsibilities besides the rent and everything, and work
food
and
school, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so we kind of just blew it off as whatever, right? Eventually, she started getting cramps.
No, I didn't start getting cramps, but what's it called? After I finished eating, every time I would finish eating, I would feel super bloated. That I would tell him that I feel so uncomfortable and had to lay down.
Yeah, like she wouldn't even eat a lot. She would be like maybe a sandwich,
just like a regular meal.
Yeah, it's a small meal, you know, like any average meal. And then she would lay down, stretch because she says she's gonna get a cramp.
I was just like, I just had to rest.
That's the rest after eating.
Anyway, so what I remember since the beginning, before we moved in together. What's it called? At first I was losing weight, and then out of nowhere I gained weight. And what's it called? I still had my period going. Like, yeah, I still had my period and everything. I had no symptoms, no morning sickness, no cravings. Probably
no huge big bare feet.
Cravings, we can't say anything because we would always go out to eat. How he said, we would just basically fulfill our dreams of craving till this day still. Anyway, so we moved in together. We got an apartment since it was closer to school and to work. And what's it called? After me for a while feeling like bloated after I ate, and then I told him, you know what? I'm gonna make a doctor's appointment. I want to know what's going on. But the funny part is right at the beginning, like probably this is January, when I made the doctor's appointment. It was in July. No, July, right? It was July when. Okay, so in January I had my period was actually late, but before I got my period again that month, a few days later, we had a pregnancy test, and it said
we.
It's a we. We got a what's it called? I took a pregnancy test, and it said negative, and it was 2 of them, and it was those expensive ones from the pharmacy store thing from CVS, wasn't it?
They're like 13. 14,
they were like $18.
Really?
Yes. Oh, anyway, so I made the doctor's appointment. And the doctor, I told him how I was feeling. I felt bloated, that I had out of nowhere I gained so much weight, and I guess he how I was explaining him, he didn't had in mind to, give me a pregnancy test. So he ordered an ultrasound, an upper abdominal one. So what's it called? That happened. I think a few days later. I had to go to my ultrasound for my stomach to see if it was my gallbladder. Was it? Yeah, it was. Anyways, and the girl that was doing the ultrasound, the technician, she told me, you know what, hold on a second, I'm gonna go talk to my supervisor. I was like, what's going on? I was kind of freaking out. I was like, what's going on? Am I gonna need surgery or something? And then, what's it called? That's when she came back, and she's like, I talked to my supervisor. She told me that it was okay to tell you, and that you're pregnant. I was like,
bum bum.
Dun, 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 dun. Do the shark noise, the shark's coming. Anyway, so she's like, yes, you're pregnant, and I guess she didn't know if to say congratulations or probably was weird for her. So
don't move it too much, babe.
Anyway, so what's it called? She showed me, I guess, a little bit of the ultrasound. It wasn't the proper one for I guess a baby ultrasound or a fetus, or I don't know.
Just an ultrasound.
Just an ultrasound for pregnant ladies. Anyway, I told her, how long do you think I am? She's like, it looks like you're a little bit more than 4 months pregnant. I was like,
it's less than that.
Whoa.
At least. She said somewhere around 4 to
5 months.
5 to 6 weeks at first. That's when they first did the ultrasound.
No, not yet. Hold on. Wait, this is something. This is the second one.
Because we went to 3.
We went to 2 of them.
3.
Hold on. Anyways, So after the first ultrasound, like I felt so emotional. Like once I told Caesar that I was like that we need to go already, like I was gonna tell him outside, I started crying. Like I started like crying so bad, and I was telling him, what are we gonna do? I mean, like he was doing his externship for the massage therapist thing, and what's and I was still going to school and working. We were both working part time.
We were not ready.
We were not emotionally, mentally ready at all. We were. I
don't know about you.
I wasn't.
You know who was crying.
I was like freaking out. What are we gonna do? And we didn't tell none of our parents at first, like at all. So what are you doing? So anyways, after we had our third ultrasound, basically our last time we visited the OBGYN, he told us that I was actually going to be due on the first week of October, and that I was supposed to come back the next week so we can figure out like what's the gender of the baby. So that happened, and after we saw the baby and everything. Even Caesar was like, oh my, our baby looks weird.
All babies look weird.
Anyway, so we were just like, what the hell? So after that, I called my mom. That's when I called my mom. And I told her, like I even cried to her. I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna have a baby. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not ready, Mom.
I swear, Mom, I haven't had sex yet.
Shut. Anyway, so my mom was like, like, get your guys' shit together. Like, start getting the baby stuff, this and that, and whatnot. And what's it called? A few days later, I went to work in the morning. This day, I was working in Walmart at that time. I got the fastest job I could because we were both living together, and we didn't want to live with our parents anymore. He was 19. I was 21.
No, I was 20.
No, you were 19.
No, I was 19 when we found out, but I was 20,
but then I turned 21 while I was pregnant. Remember? Yeah. Anyway, so we were at the very young age and living on our own and trying to make it through. It was a really, really hard time. Anyways, so a few days later, I went to work at 8 in the morning. I kind of started having a tiny little bit of cramps. I even told him I'm not sure if I wanted to go to work, but who cares? I'm gonna go to work since it's in the morning. It's gonna go fast. After work, he said he was gonna pick me up and we were gonna go visit his mom. So we ended up doing that, and I had so many cramps. Like I was like, I'm not feeling good. But since I have a high pain tolerance, I kind of I kind of just like
you're just like
I kind of just like kept it just like cool and everything. So we were at his mom's house, and what's it called? We ate. We even went to watch a movie and stuff. And I feel like if I had that feeling like liquids were coming out of me, and that's when we were like, okay, we just gotta go home, Joe. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So we ended up going home really late, a couple hours afterwards, and then like we were watching Netflix. We were on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And
I think we were playing Mortal Kombat.
You were playing Mortal Kombat, or we were on Netflix. Either one, we were like on the TV. So, anyways, what's it called?
I think you went to go shower, right?
Yeah, I was in the bath just so like to see if like my cramps would calm down and be like, ooh, if it would get worse, I'm probably gonna go to the to the hospital. And so we would, what's it called? After I took my bath and everything, they kind of calmed down a tiny bit, but then boom, again, they were there. Like I've never had so much cramps. I don't know, it felt so horrible. I never had cramps actually. I just had like tiny little stomach pains when I would have my period, but like it was like so abnormal, like never happened to me. So anyways, sounds crazy. So anyways, after that, I told Caesar, it was 12 a.m. It was around 12 a.m., right? I told him, you know what? I gotta go to the hospital. I cannot take this pain. And you're like, no, we can go tomorrow morning.
What?
Yeah, you were like that. Yeah, because I thought you were so tired. You're like, no, we can go tomorrow morning, babe.
Nah, then after a long, good like talk, we decided, okay, this is probably serious. We're probably gonna have to go. So
we ended up since we live in the Palm Springs area. Well, a little bit of Palm Desert next to Palm Springs. Went first to Eisenhower Hospital. There, that kind of hospital is more like plastic. They do more like plastic surgery, like reconstructions and stuff. And what's it called? So we ended up going to the Palm Springs Hospital, and I ended up having an emergency C-section. They said I was going in labor, and I was like, what? And afterwards, what's it called? I texted my mom once I was still in the apartment with my pain cramps. I texted my mom, I'm not feeling good. I think I'm gonna go to the hospital. Because, like, I like my mom. I don't know, just something my mom makes me feel safe. And my mom, like, in less than an hour, she was already in the hospital with us. She was like, what's going on with my daughter, this and that. Poor Caesar, he was like, I don't know what to do. And that
I got
actually,
your daughter pregnant, lady. Sorry.
we were talking, like, the day before, we were talking about, like, okay, once I get my paycheck, we're gonna go start, like, buying the baby stuff. So we had no baby stuff whatsoever. We didn't even we didn't even make it to the next doctor appointment. We didn't even know if it was gonna be a boy or a girl at all.
It was like a surprise baby.
It was a surprise baby. So at first I thought it was gonna be a girl. My mom thought it was gonna be a girl.
She bought all kinds of pink balloons.
Yeah.
All kinds of pink stuff.
And then Caesar was like, no, it's a boy. And then she's like, okay, I need to go return this. Anyway, so I had an emergency C-section. That was like at 7 in the morning. We had no idea what we were gonna name our baby. We ended up naming our baby Alakai. Yeah, because I want him to be named Alec. He needed something more.
No, she wanted to name him Alex. I thought Alex was super common amongst
and
everyone.
so plain. So he's like, why not name him Alakai? Later we found out there was actually a video game name actually called
Alekine's Gun.
Alekine's Gun. So we were like,
don't buy it.
Oh, I don't know about that game. So we were like,
I don't know either.
So yeah, his name is Alakai. Probably very unusual. So Alakai was born at 7:40 a.m. He was a pretty big baby. We actually found out that he was 41 weeks old. He was pretty, like, he was like, no, mom, I don't want to get out. Anyway, so I was so drugged up. I don't know what happened. Caesar can explain that after it happened.
Shit.
When I first saw him, I was like, oh my god, I have a really ugly ass baby.
Yeah, man. I have a bunch of pictures. Maybe she can be able to upload them.
Like, add them up in the video.
Like, within the video somewhere, somehow. But she was out of it, man. Like what they had to do is that they got a big needle. They extracted a couple of fluids from her spinal cord, I guess to numb her out while they cut her up with like a laser, I guess.
Because it smelled like rotten meat.
That shit smelled like rotten meat, man.
He smelled my inside.
I mean, I saw her inside spill out.
He wanted to record it, but they didn't.
I didn't want to throw up or anything.
And our baby was born to the Century song from Fall Out Boy.
Oh yeah, they asked her, hey, so do you want to listen to any music? And this chick is like, classical music.
Because I wanted some relaxing, calm ass stuff. Because I was freaking out in the inside. I was like, what's going on?
Anyways, so then the doctor's like, really? How old are you? He's old ass hag. So he put some.
He did not say old ass hag.
Oh, I
probably thought about it.
I would have. So yeah, and he started like judging her, saying, really, we're not gonna put classical music now. Something a little more alive. So she asked, okay, some alternative. And while they were taking my son out of her, Fall Out Boy started playing. I think it was Centuries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was born to Centuries. It was funny. Dude.
It was so.
Really,
I
really
love
funny.
Fall Out Boy. So it was one of those things that were like, huh. Like all our family went and buy the baby, all the stuff he needed. We technically didn't buy anything. We had an emergency baby shower between the family. Like my brother got the car seat. His parents got some clothes in the crib for the baby. Parents got a whole bunch of like baby stuff and diapers.
We were fortunate, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we were really really lucky.
We were.
You know, like we could have bought everything ourselves, but that would have taken a long time.
Like we didn't even have time to go buy anything. And I bet Caesar, if he went alone, he wouldn't have had an idea because he did.
Hey.
So the end of the story is that we were not physically, mentally, emotionally ready to have this baby, but we went along with it, and everything turned out like really good.
Honestly, I don't think anyone has ever waited to have a kid because
ever. I guess
you just learn as the baby grows up. Because I mean, the way I see it is, I would want to be treated in a certain way if I was a baby. So I thought, shit, if I was a kid, I'd want this guy to kind of pet the back of my head or some dumb thing like that.
Put me in the bag of a horse potato.
But yeah, it's
you ain't my dad.
You ain't my dad, ugly ass noodle.
Anyway, so now Alakai is a year and 4 months old, and we're just still like, I can't believe we're parents to that little monster. So thank you everyone for listening to our stories. Use protection.
Use protection, kids.
Use protection to take as many pregnancy tests. It's so funny because I would tell my friends and they're like, oh my god, what if I'm pregnant? I don't know. Right. And I'm just like, after that, I'm just like, we've been so careful and it's scary. It's scary. It was
Hashtag
scary.
no sex.
Hashtag abstinence.